broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Woodstock, Georgia. It's time for Kid Biz Radio.
Kid Biz Radio creates conversations about the power of entrepreneurship and the positive impact that journey can have on kids.
For more information, go to kidbizexpo.com. Now, here's your hosts. Hello, welcome to Kid Biz Radio. I'm Layla.
And I'm Austin.
Today we have some awesome guests with us in the studio, Heather Sexton and Chiquita Pollard.
Hi.
Hello, thank you for being here with us today.
So this episode is a little different today. Our guests are the teachers from the Kid Biz Expo Academy, here to tell us about the upcoming classes they'll be teaching.
Welcome to our podcast for Kid Biz Expo. Please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
Chiquita Pollard. I'm a substitute teacher for Cherokee County,
Okay.
full-time. I have two daughters who love selling everything that they could possibly create.
I love one of their pens.
Very nice, very nice.
She's taking a little break now because of competition and everything, but she loves it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm Heather Sexton, and I am also in education. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 10 years now. Started in California with older kids. Started with 6th grade.
Okay.
From there, went down all the way to kindergarten.
Wow, that's
all
a
the way
change.
to pre-K. Pre-K, no thank you. Now, currently, I am working with 2nd graders, but I also work with tutoring kids, and now I'll be starting this journey with entrepreneurial kids.
Yay.
Very nice,
So,
very nice.
Yes, very nice.
So what inspired you to teach the upcoming entrepreneur classes, and kind of describe the classes that you guys are each doing?
For me, recently I've been as a single mom now to a 3-year-old. I wanted to kind of be better and just acquire more skills and create opportunities for her and for I in the future. So I've thought a lot about, well, what else can I do besides teaching to potentially start earning side income and such. And so I had to acquire skills through a lot of practice and a lot of investment with my time and my money. But I bought myself a Cricut, and I taught myself how to create T-shirts, with the vinyl, and I've done some cups as well, and interested in trying out stickers and such. So I've kind of been on my own journey, and I've had some success with selling to, teachers on campus, coworkers, their family, my friends and their family, and in some even in the community as well. So it's been nice to kind of, bridge what I'm doing personally into professionally as well. It's just kind of made sense.
Yeah. I have had a Cricut before. They are fun to work with. Some of the vinyl can be a pain, but
cheap. The word is cheap.
Yeah.
Invest in good products.
Yes, it is definitely key.
What about you, Chiquita?
Well, I just love being around kids. I found myself
Same.
doing Girl Scouts, yes, and then moving on to education. And I've always had a passion for business. I started my own small business when my daughter was barely 1. Just because I decided to stay at home with her, and we need a little extra income. Yeah. But high school, when I was you guys' age and younger, I've always had a passion for entrepreneurship and going into the community and helping out and marketing, all of that. So I want to teach that to everyone that I can.
Very nice. Okay. So in each of the classes that you are both going to teach, how do you plan personally for each of you to make said classes engaging to keep everyone, interested and participating, etc.?
I'm a full-on, in order to learn, I have to visualize it, I have to touch it, I have to be around it.
I am the exact same way. I feel you.
Yes, I cannot read text and just absorb it. I have to be interactive.
That's
So
understandable.
all of my classes will be interactive. I set up a virtual store.
Okay.
That's cool.
So yes, so they can, technology now is everything, right?
Yes.
You want your video
Very much so.
games, you want instant gratification. So we're going to learn through that. We're going to get to know everyone by interactive gaming,
Okay.
board games, and also trying to go out and field trip.
That's
Well,
fun.
okay.
Let's see what else.
Love some little field trips every now and then.
Learn from others.
Yes.
Well, they'll just take a trip to Crazy Town with me. We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay indoors, but we are going to be super interactive. So when working with Chiquita and Renee and Amy to develop the program, I thought it was super important to not just teach theory or the foundations of the business, although that's important, but to actually do it. There's in education, there's a saying of like, tell me, I'll forget, show me, I'll remember, and involve me and I'll learn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of involvement using some resources I was provided for kid entrepreneurs. I created the session to build upon session by session where we're going to start with brainstorming ideas together. They're going to be writing on anchor charts. They're going to be, going back and forth with each other and just building up a really good bank of ideas to then choose what they want to as a group for the 101 course, create. And from there, they're going to get their hands on actual materials. They're going to produce the product. They're going to be creating surveys. They're going to be going to potential buyers and families and friends in their community to ask for feedback and input, and they're going to use that input and feedback to create an even better product. So they'll be revising, and that's something that a lot of kids will do in classes.
Yeah.
You don't get to turn a paper in and say, here you go.
You do have to revise it.
You have to revise it many times to then come out with a better product or a better outcome. So after that, they're going to be creating business cards. They're going to be using platforms like Canva.
Very good platform to use.
Yeah. We've got some donations from laptops, so they'll be using real world skills that they'll need in their adulthood to really actually do it, not just think about doing it, but actually doing it.
It definitely does help when actually sticking with the information if you physically do it.
Right. And then they have to work through the challenges because it's not, your plan might not succeed the first time. And that's, I think, a big part of being an entrepreneur is practicing and becoming better at responding to those challenges.
Because you have to expect setbacks. It happens to everybody.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
They're perfectly normal. So.
And in the real world.
Yes, of course.
How will these classes kind of connect concepts to the real world? How do you plan to guide students through the challenges and turn them into positive learning experiences instead of like, dang, I failed?
How to learn from those.
From it. Just like we said, it's okay to fail. It's all about getting up and trying again, no matter how many times you have to try again. Because as a business owner, you try to read the consumer's mind. You try to understand what they want, but you're going to
understand your audience.
Yes, but it's okay. Just keep trying. I want to start over the question again. It triggered a thought and then it went away.
So like, how will you like do the fail to positive experience, but also how you kind of connect it to like real world entrepreneurship and not just in the classes?
Well, like the life skills we were talking about, finances. You can make mistakes, but you got to know your finances if you make a mistake.
Yes.
And just positive reinforcement, helping them get through those hurdles, problem solving, skill solving. My thing is sitting with each student one-on-one and saying, okay, what is your business? What are we doing? What has failed? What has not failed? Let's work through this. So not only are we teaching everyone in a group setting with the advanced class, but I'm also sitting down with you one-on-one so that we can work
that would
through
be
those.
very helpful to some of the kids.
Yeah. I think it's important to teach kids a mindset because it's really easy to get like kind of discouraged with the setbacks. But instead of, them thinking that a failure is a stop sign, it's more so, no, it's a redirection. So where do we go from here?
It's a little detour.
It's a detour. And I think that's when collaboration comes into play. They're going to be in a class with other kids, and we all have different ideas. We all have different skills, and we all have different interests and different, did I say experiences? Those experiences really do shape the way we think. And so it's really important in anything we do to collaborate, whether it's, personal or making any decision. Collaboration really gives you the the strength of, other people's experience.
Can I piggyback off your collaboration?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it also gives you confidence when you have the confidence with the collaborations and seeing everyone else maybe someone else make that same mistake.
Right.
Yeah. So that helps you trying to figure it out maybe with them
less,
too.
Yes.
Less alone.
And less alone, yes.
And like the idea of, no, you're not in this all by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may be doing the business yourself, but everyone is working together to get you there.
Right.
Right.
And that's the purpose of this organization anyway, is to help everyone.
Yeah, you have to involve the community and allow them to support you.
Yes. It is very crucial. So we've been talking about the kids now. So how can parents support their kids in the class, and what exciting projects or maybe events are in store for the future of these entrepreneurial classes?
I think the parents being involved, just being a parent, that's just very vague. But like with Aria, for instance, when she does her pins, she wants me to come in and spend time with her to do them with her. So the parent being involved in that child's business is critical. Yeah. Sit down with your child, help them work through, because the class is only an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half. So there's so much more that could get done outside of the classroom.
It really is.
Yeah, take what we're teaching them and help apply it at home so that they can learn.
Yeah. I think just encouraging the students and just remembering to reinforce the growth mindset that, failures aren't, like I said, they're not stop signs. We have to push through them, and they should expect those challenges and just have a positive attitude towards approaching how to problem solve. And I forgot my last thought here.
Have fun with
right.
it. It's fun. It's an experience and it's an adventure. You're spending time with your child and learning more quirks about them, more things that they love to create. Just make it fun. Don't make it all, focused and money driven or life. I know it's life skill driven, but you learn those things along the way through having fun.
It's a way to like connect with your kid and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to piggyback off of what Chiquita said, I remember my last thought now, that it's great that the parents actually spend time and help them, think through things and help them possibly even create their products. But as a teacher and a mom, it can be easy for adults to just kind of shoot down kids' ideas because they don't like it. They don't think it's practical. I think it's really good idea for them to just sit and listen and practice responding to
Kids
them
are
without
awesome.
Right. Not just immediately shutting their ideas down.
Yeah, get out of your comfort zone with your own child.
Yeah.
So these classes really do sound great for kids kind of getting ready to learn about entrepreneurship.
When are these classes and when are they going to begin?
First step is starting the classes on January 23rd and 24th, depending on which class they're enrolled in. So upcoming Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there's a 5 to 6:15 session and a 6:30 to 7:45. They all last about 6 weeks. And then we'll start with session 2. We're going to introduce a 102 class, which will expand off of the 101 class to basically having the kids who have just started exploring entrepreneurship in a group setting to now trying it on their own individually.
Right. And then they'll merge it back into getting the numbers wrong, the 201, the advanced class.
Yes.
And be on their own. But we also spoke about incorporating them into all of the expos.
Yes.
So you remember you had a question earlier on what events would be coming up and all that.
Yes.
So they'll have their own segment or portion at the expo, so they could get a little experience on what it's like to sell at a booth.
It's definitely helpful to have that experience.
So now we're kind of going to get ready for some more questions that require some deep thinking.
Those are
already deep enough. Okay.
Those questions that might take a little bit longer to answer. It's perfectly fine. All right. So for starters, if you had the attention of the whole world for 5 minutes, everyone was listening, paying attention to what you were saying, what would you say?
So I think for me, this opportunity is something that as a parent, I would jump on, because it's encouraging the kids to think outside of themselves. And I believe it will increase their self-confidence and their self-worth. And they're going to really see that the world can make an impact on you, but you can also make an impact on the world. And, you know, businesses that are really successful now started at ground zero. So they just have to start. They just have to start.
I think compassion. Compassion.
Yeah.
5 minutes, I would speak on compassion, and then let's wrap it back up into business.
Yeah. You got to add some of it in there.
Yeah, just put a little bit more. So have compassion for these kids that are trying and understand that they're learning. And, you know, when we go to, when I do events with my daughter, you know, there's adults passing by, you know, stop. Have some compassion that these kids are learning how to sell. They're learning life skills. They're learning how to put themselves out there into the world, because that is hard enough as it is.
It really is. Yes.
That was like a really good point. You're like, just at least that they're trying. Like, acknowledge that. Like, it's hard to try.
You don't have to buy anything. Just give them the
small interactions.
Right. That interaction turns into a life skill. That helps them not be nervous and helps them have confidence.
Yes. My public speaking has definitely improved since I started this.
Absolutely. Like 1010%.
Those experiences definitely help with that.
Another one, if you could choose one superpower to help make the world a better place, what would it be and why?
Again, this can easily turn personal. Either way, it's all right.
Yeah, I thought immediately, okay, personal. I would have a kindness kick. Like, if somebody wasn't being kind, I'd just kick them, and then they'd be kind.
That is definitely one I've never heard before.
Yeah. I love that.
Love it.
So I would piggyback off your kindness kick, but before they got kicked, maybe after they got kicked, I would. I don't know the superpower, but what is it when they make you feel a certain way?
Empath.
It's like what that manta does in like Guardians of the Galaxy, where she can like,
her, yes. I want to say empath.
Yeah,
I would do what she does.
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah, that's good.
That is a very good one.
And then you get the kick.
She sounds
then
like
you
a
get the
control freak. She's a control freak over here.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're done with those kind of deep thinking ones. Let's do some fun this or that.
Okay, so these are a little bit different than normal questions, but if you had to choose a spirit animal that represents your entrepreneurial style, which would it be?
Okay.
And maybe why?
You know, take your time, think.
Well, I already know this one. I would definitely be a dog, number one, because I love them. They're the best. I did actually want to be a veterinarian, but then I was like, 12 years of school, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And then I realized I'm a teacher. I'll be in school for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But a dog is because they're so cute and they're a little bit crazy. They can be mischievous at times, but they really just want to be happy and loved and accepted.
Of course.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would do. It reminds me of Tangled. I would do a chameleon. Isn't that a Tangled?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a Tangled. Yes.
I love that chameleon because
he's definitely a fun little chameleon.
He is. Isn't he cute?
He is.
He changes colors.
That's so cute.
Only because like they adapt. So in the entrepreneurship world, you have to learn how to adapt, whether or not it's adapt your product, adapt your sales pitch, adapt to your finances, whatever. You have to learn how to adapt.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so.
And be cute doing it.
Yes, obviously.
If a celebrity could be your business mentor, who would it be and why? Alive or dead, doesn't matter.
That gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
so take your time.
I personally love Selena Gomez. I think that she not only built a career, but she's building kids up and building adults up. She inspires me. It's really silly, but there's a song called Who Says, and it's just very like empowering, and it's become my favorite song and my 3-year-old daughter's song. And it's just really like,
love it.
Yeah. So it's just all about like, who says you're not perfect? Who says you're not worth it? We all are. Nobody is better than the other. So I think that's important in an entrepreneurial mindset to remind yourself that, yes, you might not have the experience yet, but starting is where everybody had.
You will get there one day.
Right. Yeah, and she's done a lot of inspirational speeches, and just in general, she keeps integrity at the forefront of her career.
She just feels so real. I love her
Yeah,
so much.
yes. Real.
I had 3 in my head.
All right.
Okay.
You can say all 3 if you want.
Can I? Okay.
Yes. Go for it.
My first one that came to head, I saw a meme or something on Facebook that said, got her name.
Jessica Alba.
No, not her.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah.
She's alive?
She's alive.
Okay.
Martha Stewart.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, Martha. I had to think about the vineyard. Said she started her business at 50.
Mhm.
Mind you, you're too old and too young to know about everything that went beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
But she has reinvented herself so many times. So many times. Nothing was a failure to her. She's reinvented herself with different target markets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stay-at-home moms to older different demographics, younger demographics, to even involved herself in the rap industry. Like, she's just went every
everywhere. Direction you can go.
And even if it seems like a failure, it was a success.
Yeah.
So
Because she learned.
She learned,
Yeah.
yes. So I love that. And then just the fact that she does everything. Like,
It is impressive.
everything, like gardening, everything. Everything is a business.
Yes.
My other one was Jessica Alba. As a mom, a new mom, I loved how she found different things I would have never thought about to ease babies' pains, or how she reinvented the diaper. Like, how many prints of a diaper can you get?
Yeah.
And my last unconventional one would be the Kardashians. Like,
They're smart in their
they're
business
smart.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like every makeup brand, they started off with a small boutique. They opened one in
I remember that.
California.
Yeah.
Then they had one in Miami and New York. Shut those down. It's not working anymore. We're going to shut it down. We're going to start over.
Let's try again.
Yes. And then they went to Baby Boutique. Started that over. They went to Skims and everything else and cosmetics and all that. Lip. It wasn't. Oh, I thought you said something. Sorry.
I said it all just like blew up.
Yeah, it all blew up. Yes. So from retail to fashion to makeup to shoes or whatever, even her little daughter gets into like social media.
Yeah.
And does stuff.
North?
Yes.
North is an icon.
Yes. And has the face for it too.
Yeah.
So yes, my whole thing is all around those that are reinventing and trying new things. So I love that.
That definitely works. Yeah. Okay. This is definitely a bit of a different question.
It's awesome though.
That was really long. Sorry.
You're fine. All right. So
Back to me now.
if your business had a magical mascot, would it be a unicorn or a dragon, and why? It's very different from one we just asked, but
Business.
I would do a hybrid of both. I'm not going to say one or the other because
All right.
I love the magic of a unicorn, but the fierceness of a dragon.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yes.
Can we make the dragon like colored like a unicorn?
Pretty.
Yes.
yes, you can make it pretty.
Yes.
Make
Yeah.
it pretty.
And blow out glitter fire?
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Okay. If you had to adopt an entrepreneurial alter ego, would you be a superhero or a villain? Supervillain.
Hero, anti-hero.
Anti-hero would work.
Yeah. I would be both because I love that the superheroes, like their motivation is to help people. But I also love the selfishness of supervillains and staying true to their goals as well.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we connect.
Yeah. They tend to put their goals ahead of everybody else. Yeah. Okay, so another one. If you were seeking advice for business decisions, would you be consulting a fortune cookie or a magic 8-ball?
Super important decision.
Depends on the.
You know what? I'm a troublemaker. I'm not gonna consult either. I'm gonna consult. I have more confidence in myself. I consult myself a lot, but beyond that, I would consult other people that have, had experience and learn from them as well.
I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes
it would depend on your question.
Like 8-ball seems more random.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the cookie's random too, but it's more wiser. 8-ball is like, go with your heart. do what you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't give you a straightforward answer.
Right. So it
Yeah.
just depends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Can you please remind everyone where they can get more information about the Kid Biz Expo Academy classes and where to sign up?
Yeah. Social media, Kids Biz Expo Facebook page, and the website kidsbizexpo.com.
Yes. I did want to mention that we're just some things that we're going to be doing in the future. Beyond adding courses, we want to also create a summer program that is in the works right now. And we'll get some information about that out to you guys soon. But it will look a little different than the courses.
Okay.
Fantastic. We enjoyed our time with you today, and we know that the audience has as well. Thanks for listening to Kid Biz Radio.
See you next time.